Is this thing on? Hello? Ahem! Welcome, my valued guests, to the second installment of Burning Questions. Woo, woo, yay! I hope you've all been having a good night so far. It's been a good 10, 11 months since the last one, and I'm sure you've all garnered a lot more questions since that time. Our venue tonight looks a little different than usual. I thought since we've gotten so many more new fans, we could afford to up the budget. But it wouldn't make it Burning Questions without the usual setup. So shall we begin? Our first question comes from the commenter Loon So. Do the characters have canon MBTIs? I hadn't thought about this question before, so to find out, I decided to take the 16 personalities MBTI test 4 times as if I were each member of the squad. Here's the results. Newbie is an ENFP, Guest is an ENFJ, Bacon is an ESFJ, and Acorn is an ISTJ, so she's the only introvert. What is their favorite fashion style? If they were to have specific fashion styles, I think they would each choose something like this. Is banning basically death without a corpse? I'd say it's more comparable to going to prison. Robloxians in this universe can either be temporarily or permanently banned. From LLLLLQOOAAOSOZOSJ. Whew. What is my favorite game? Roblox will always be my number one. Why is my name Soybean, and what does it mean? I don't know. I have no real reasoning why I chose the name Soybean. I guess I just thought it was cute. Do I have a pet? Yes, this is my dog, Tumble. Will I face reveal? Maybe. From KDK 2025, how would all the characters including me draw themselves? Oh yeah? Let's see. Newbie, very cute, nice job. Guest, you did a great job as well. Bacon, very stylish. Acorn, it's unique. Oh, can't forget, here's mine. How did Bacon and Acorn meet, and how long have they been friends? They'll have a backstory coming eventually, but to answer simply, they met as children and have been friends ever since. Sexualities of the Noob Squad? I don't know. From all the good users were taken, how do you make these wonderful faces for the characters, and how do you put them on? I drew mine in Fire Alpaca, which is a free drawing software. I just took the regular Roblox face and drew over it in my own style. To put them on, I upload each part as decals and insert them into Roblox Studio. From The Second Coming X, do I mostly animate on Moon Animator or Blender, or both? I use Moon Animator 99% of the time. I've used Blender in previous videos, but I find the process of animating in Blender and exporting it into Studio much too tedious for my workflow. Are you in college? If you are, how are you doing and what are you learning? I am in college, and I think it's going fine. I get a lot of work, but it's nothing I can't handle. I'm currently still deciding on a major. From AJ Powers, do the main 4 have any actual jobs? If not, what's their dream job? Acorn works as a gym instructor, and she has no dream job. Guest is a sign language interpreter, but his dream job is to be an author. Newbie is able to get by with random odd jobs, but his dream job is to make comics. Bacon is unemployed. His dream job is to own a restaurant, though. Out of the main 4, who is the smartest academically? Guest. Where did Acorn and Bacon get their headpiece/scarf? Do Bacon and Acorn live together? Who pays the bills? From Cheems3692, how long does that one studway worker work for? Who is your favorite animator out of all of them that you know? Isn't the answer obvious? It's me. From Ghostly Uwu, what type of music do I use for my videos? Every video has the music I use in order in the description. I source most of my music from the royalty-free website Dova Syndrome. From Ditto Cookie 2, do I have a planned ending episode or is it going to be forever? I have a general plotline. I know Noob Squad won't be forever, and I have ideas for other series going forward, but for now I have no set ending episode. Do you model everything in your videos? No, I make good use of a lot of free models. If you'd like to see my modeling potential though, here's a model I made of All Might. How long does each episode usually take? It really depends. Some of my shorter episodes only take a couple weeks, but my longer ones can take up to a month. Or more. Evidently. Could we see their backstories one day? One day. For guest, do you have faith in meeting your real parents again? Newbie, how do you feel about Bacon considering he beat you up when you met him? Acorn, why do you want to talk to Roblox so bad? Bacon, why do you suck at driving? From Totally Not Scythe, do I prefer more cats or dogs? Dogs. How do you feel about getting 200k? I can't believe it! At the time of making this, I'm already at almost 300,000. That is unreal. How do you get over stress? If I can get rid of the cause of stress or better prepare myself for it, I will. Talking about it with people I trust or going on a walk helps me the most when it's stress I can't do anything about. Remember that it'll be okay, and things are, for the most part, anticipated to be more stressful than they actually are. What would you say to all the animators around the world? Keep at it. It's tough and time-consuming, but it's so rewarding and fun. Don't let anyone tell you that what you make is silly or a waste of time. If you love it, then keep on pushing. Can I please give all the characters a hug? From Laggy Bacon, what's your nationality and what languages can you speak? I'm Chinese American and I can only speak English. Have you ever met other fellow animators in real life? The only animators I can remember meeting are my good friend Jackeries as well as Makos from the Axolotl Sun. Do you have any further plans or ideas for new contents? Yes, I'd like to start streaming again, and I've considered having a second channel for gaming, although it'd be hard to find the time. But I have a lot I want to do. This is only the beginning. If you had never started animating, what do you think you'd be doing now? Maybe I'd be an artist, and I'd still be in college for sure. But right now, I'm really glad this is the path I chose. From Necopad, was Lav's gear a hand-me-down she grew into, or were they custom made? They were custom made. Does Blue's eye patch ever get in the way? Does he have depth perception when using both eyes? And does he have to close his normal eye when using a special one? His eye patch rarely gets in the way. He wears it all the time, so he's gotten used to it. He has depth perception in both eyes, but he has a hard time seeing if he has both his eyes uncovered, so he tends to close his eye like so when using his prosthetic. If Guest had hair, would it be white or purple like Rose? Guess we'll never know. From Coding Pile of Dirt, what do you do when you run out of ideas while scripting an animation? I create a summoning circle with candles and pictures of David Baszucki, and I pray to Roblox that his grace will bestow an idea upon me. I'm just kidding. I just sit there until I get a eureka moment. Are the squad aware of Soybean? How do you develop personalities for newer characters when they're being made? I think about how they'll mesh with my existing characters and what kind of personalities I haven't made yet. I also try to make it so their design fits their personality. For example, when I made Lavender, I thought that I didn't have a character that was outwardly feminine or cutesy yet. And when I made Blue, I thought I wanted a fun, mischievous, energetic sibling dynamic, so I adjusted his personality to match. I think they mesh well with Roblox, who is basically the opposite of them. What animation style do you prefer? I like to do stop motion or frame-by-frame animation when I animate more complicated scenes, while I prefer linear or interpolated animation for doing small movements and repetitive scenes. What parts of the beach episode did your mom help write? She helped me write the general plot idea where the group wants to do every summer activity in one day. I then wrote the story around that. From Blocks of the God, did you have an old channel before Soybean, or is this your first channel? Nope, not at all. Where did Bacon learn to cook so good? From Inksex, what do you sound like? This. From Earthly Saturn, how hard was it for you to come up with the toy block thing? This is in reference to the toy block gender reveal that I featured in the first episode of Burning Questions, which I highly recommend you watch before this one. I honestly don't remember how I even came up with it in the first place. I think it just kind of happened. Most parts of my videos manifest in that way. Do you take any inspirations from other movies or shows when you animate Noob Squad? Yes. For example, this little bit in the Haunted Manor video is inspired from SpongeBob. From Brightsea, what's the reason behind Newbie having sticky notes around his house? He's pretty forgetful, so he finds it helpful to have sticky notes with reminders and labels around his house. What is you and the Noob Squad's favorite food? My favorite food is nasi lemak. It's the national dish of Malaysia. Acorn likes fried rice, Newbies is anything sugary, Bacon's is spaghetti, and Guest likes strawberries. From Mike Gino. Hi Mike. Do I have a favorite/least favorite scene I've made? I like Acorn's domination scene in the snowball fight video a lot, as well as the hide and seek scene in Family Reunion. Also, the entire baking sequence in the 1K cake special I still really like. I just think it's cute. Least favorite? Maybe this fight scene in Shadowboxing. When I look back at it, I think it's a little lackluster. Perhaps a sequel is in order. From Newbie Nikki. How do I get the motivation to do these videos? I read your guys' comments and look back at my old videos. It makes me really motivated to see that you guys enjoy my videos so much, and seeing how I've improved over the past year is just awesome. How much free time do you have? A good amount. I'm still going to college, so I'm busy with schoolwork sometimes, but when it's not around finals or midterms, I have ample free time. Any other things I should know before starting my career? Don't be discouraged if the stuff you make isn't as advanced as others. It's okay to compare every now and then, but also remember that comparison is the thief of joy. I would say, rather than comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to how you were in the past. When you're only looking in front of you when you move forward, you don't see how far your journey has truly come. You got this. From Taki Off Knee is Normal Life? I don't know if I read that right at all. Is there gonna be another character in the Noob Squad? I don't know. At the moment, I'm quite satisfied with just the 4 of them. How does the Noob Squad feel for each other? I made this handy dandy chart. I'd like to ask Acorn, do you love Sanrio? From SilverX Panda. I would like to know more about how you go through the process of animating and making stories with your characters. Alright, here's my usual process. I'll think of an idea, and then I'll develop a general plot line, so I kind of just think about how I want the story to begin and end. I'll jot that down into a sticky note, and then I'll just start scripting the video. I kind of just write as I go and follow the plot as it plays out in my head. When I'm done, I add extra gags or details that I think of while I read it over. When that's done, I open Studio and Vegas, which is my editing software, and I begin animating. I don't storyboard, although I would highly recommend storyboarding if you're thinking of being an animator. I edit and animate at the same time so I can see how the video comes together as I do it. The commenter asked how often I change my initial plan or layout, and I'd say it happens quite often. Sometimes I tweak small things like dialogue or certain scenes, and sometimes I scrap ideas entirely. They asked what would I say I worry about most when I'm making an animation. I'd say the storyline for sure. I need to make sure it's in line with the overarching plot I have for the entire series, as well if it's in line with every other episode I've released so far. I also worry if my dialogue isn't entertaining or if it gets too repetitive. From Superhero B, will you keep working on the comic series? Yes, I enjoy making the comics as they're like fun tidbits for you guys to nibble on before I post a real video. If you didn't know, I post Noob Squad comics every now and then on Twitter and in the community posts. Go check them out! Do you plan on making short-form content? I make shorts sometimes. I think I want to focus on long-form content for my channel, but making shorts every now and then is a lot of fun. Oh, it seems like those were the last of our questions. That was a lot, huh? I hope I answered the questions you guys were looking forward to this episode. If you have any more questions, hold on to them. Do not comment them on this video. The next time Burning Questions opens up, I'll announce a community post and you can submit them there. Again, I made this mistake the first video. Do not comment them on this video. Go lock them in a safe or something until it's time for the next one. Alright everyone, thanks for coming out tonight to the show, and I'll see you again soon. Good night. I need to make sure it's in line with the overarching... They asked what I would say... Whoa. They asked what would I say... Okay, I got this. From AJ Powers. Do the main four have any actual jobs? If not, what's their dream job? Acorn? It's been a good 10, 11 months since the last one. I'm sure you've all garnered. Ugh. 10, 11 months since the last one. I'm sure you've all I can't say this f***ing word. La 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 la. I'm eating cookies. That's disgusting. Guest is an ENFJA. Bacon ES. Oh my gosh, my mouth is not working right now. But he has a hard time seeing if he has both his eyes uncovered, so he tends to close his eye like so when using his prosthetic. Oh my gosh, I almost said the whole thing, and of course I had to stumble on the word prosthetic. Prosthetic. Oh my god. Okay, calm down. Do you take any inspirations from other movies or shows when you animate Noob Squad? Yes. For example, this little bit in the how. The how? I can't speak English.